Oh my! You guys must have really liked the first video, and I guess I have to finish it now. Alright. Wow! I did not expect that to be so popular. Well, then again, I was the first person to make it, so yeah. I guess I have to finish it now with every Demoman Misc in the game, which should be a fun one. Well, yeah, I do know I missed a hat in the first episode. I know I end up missing a hat, so I'll go ahead and take care of that right away. And that would be the Valhalla Helm. And, yeah, it's pretty bad. The mask in front of the hat just doesn't look good. Just not the best looking hat. But anyways, welcome to the Demoman Misc video. And, same rules as last time. Don't take this too seriously just because I say something bad about your favorite Misc. If you love it, it's an opinion. So that's it. Also, Miscs only. If you're wondering, oh, what about other things, the blah blah, like this thing or this thing. If I didn't cover it here, I must have covered it in the demo hat video, which you can check out here. Also, if it's not there, then it's probably an all-class or multi-class hats and or Misc that I don't cover, except for the ethereal hood, because I actually thought it was a demo-only hat, but whatever. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the Miscs. The Dangerous 2, in my opinion, is one of the best looking Miscs in the entire game. It's very versatile, works in a whole lot of item sets, and just, it looks really nice. And also, it's really easy to get. All you need to do is beat Strongman and Pokémon in the inventory. And overall, it's really nice. And, 3, 2, 1. Awesome! Woo! The Mask of the Shaman looks terrible. I don't understand why this is even in the game. It looks like a 4th grade math project gone wrong. The Whip of the Old Brimstone looks pretty okay, but it only really works in pirate sets or if you're using the loose cannon. The Pickled Paws look pretty disgusting, but since it's part of a Halloween set, it gets a pass. Plus, you don't really see this on its own. You have to see it with the rest of the item set, like Hair of the Dog and the Scottish Snarl. But overall, it's alright in Halloween sets, but it looks pretty bad in normal sets. The Scottish Snarl, unlike the Pickled Paws, I sometimes see on other sets, and I've had this at one point, and overall, it works in a lot of whole other sets. Not that good, but at least it works. The Aladdin's Private Reserve is a pretty interesting cosmetic. It looks really awesome, but it's barely noticeable. I mean, like, it's almost like the canteens and MVM, but, I mean, it still looks really, really nice. The Snap Pupil is freaking hilarious. I've had this at one point, and it is probably one of my favorite demo Miscs. Not my absolute favorite, but it is just so goofy. I kind of wish there was like this, another one where Demo gets like a glass eye, or like one of those cartoony eyes almost. I think that would actually work really well. But overall, the Snap Pupil is probably one of the silliest Miscs Demo has. The Liquor Locker, if I had to be brutally honest, is way too big. I mean, I have the same problem with the Cooler cosmetic for Scout, and while it looks really nice on paper, once you actually put it on your, like, demo, it looks way too big. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm not really a big fan of this. The Birdman of Arbor is, in my honest opinion, one of the best looking mascots in the entire game. I mean, it's very, very versatile since the feathers can be easily painted to be, like, different colors, and overall, it's a very, very cute little cosmetic. The Battery Bandoiler is actually really awesome. I really like this. It looks really awesome. Just awesome, 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 awesome. I keep saying awesome because I haven't said it that much all day. But overall, one of the coolest looking Miscs from MVM. The Bearded Bombardier is a really awesome beard cosmetic, but it's way too overused. And I understand why. It's one of the nicest looking beards in the entire game, but can we just stop using it, please? I understand you want a really nice beard-looking cosmetic for demo, but overall, if I had to be brutally honest, is way too overused. Sorry. The King of Scotland cape looks pretty out of place unless you're wearing the Prince Tavish's crown. But overall, it's okay, I guess. The Voodoo Curse Demo Soul is actually pretty awesome. one of the best looking ones out of the entire bunch, especially since you can actually cosplay as the Headless Horseless Headman. And overall, I'm a pretty big fan of these. Really like the zombie cosmetics. The Cool Breeze actually looks really nice. I mean, it's pretty versatile. Probably more used to Demonite sets, but it's actually a pretty nice pants cosmetic for demo. The Blind Justice is pretty eh. I mean, it looks really awesome. Really like the badge and the mustache, and if I'm right, this is a BioShock Infinite, like, promo item and stuff like that, so, and I'm a pretty huge fan of BioShock, so, I actually, it's okay, but in my opinion, this is not really that good. But at least it's better than the first American and Big Daddy. Those things are just ugly. The Bolted Bombardier is similar to the rest of the Robo Hats. Bad. Nothing good about it. It's just a terrible reskin. And I know it's by the community. I respect that. But it's not worth, like, giving these a pass if they're so bad. Okay, I stand corrected. The HMDI patch is probably my absolute favorite Robotic Boogaloo cosmetic. It's just takes the goofiness of the snapped pupil and makes it so much awesomer. It's so awesome. Just probably the best looking Robotic Boogaloo cosmetic, like I just said, and it's awesome. Might not be too noticeable, but it's cool. And we're back to the terrible Robotic Boogaloo cosmetics with the Scrumpy Strongbox. But this one's somewhat okay. Not necessarily the best, but I mean, it looks pretty cool, but like I said, Robotic Boogaloo wasn't really the best in cosmetics. And I apologize to the creators if I'm being a little too harsh, but you could at least put a little bit more effort into them. The Dark Age Defender is pretty edgy in my opinion. Partner this with the Hood of Sorrows and, no. Just because it's a different video doesn't mean we're going to be running this, okay? Back off. Back away from that CD and back off. We're not doing it. The Tartaloons actually are pretty nice pants cosmetics. If you really like pirate sets, this will be working perfectly. The Gaelic Garb actually doesn't look too terrible. I mean, like, it might look a little meh at first, but it actually looks really nice if you really want to have a nice looking shirt cosmetic for demo. The Gaelic Golf Bag has similar problems to the Whiff of the Brimstone. It only really works if you're using a certain weapon, and this one being the Nussie's 9-iron, but overall it looks pretty nice. Only if you're using like golfing sets, and other times it doesn't really look that good. The Whiskey Bib is pretty alright, even though I hardly ever see anybody use it, mainly because it's almost like a demo version of Diplomat, but overall, not too bad. The Hurt Locker is way too big, and in my opinion, a little too ugly. I know a lot of people might think it's pretty cool, but it just doesn't look that good. It reminds me of... I don't know, it just doesn't look that good. The Captain Calamari are actually pretty decent. I really like the Pirates of the Caribbean reference, and it's pretty neat. But it only really works with this Halloween set. The Horseman's hand-me-down, even though it's pretty Halloween-y, looks terrible. It looks like you just whipped that up in like 5 minutes. The Lordy Lapels, I understand because it's sort of a vampire-like cosmetic, but it's a little too big and just too big. The Parasite is an awesome demo Halloween misc. In my opinion, this is sort of the thing I was talking about earlier, where I kind of wanted to see a cosmetic that sort of was like a little fake eye almost when I was talking about the snap pupil. But this actually looks pretty awesome. One of my personal favorite miscs. The Polyputrid actually looks pretty bad. What happens when you take the Birdman of Arbor and throw him in the fire for 5 minutes? You get the Polyputrid. It looks bad, and I'd highly recommend you just stick with the original version. The Highland High Heels are okay. I know I've talked about how I really like the rest of the cosmetics in here, mostly the Tartan Tellurian, but overall, plaid doesn't really look too well on shoes. The Bushido is okay. Not necessarily the best, but I think it'll look pretty good if you pair it with the Samurai. The Juggernaut Jacket, it's pretty neat. Not necessarily the best, like a whole lot of the other jacket cosmetics Demo has, but it's still something. It looks pretty okay. Sangu sleeves, I mean, they're pretty okay. Combine this with the Bushido and the Samurai, and you got yourself a pretty nice samurai loadouts with the half Satoshi and all that stuff. The seeing doubles I don't really like. In my opinion, it's some of the worst sunglasses in the entire game. And it only really works if you got the Albrero and the six-pack abs. But, I mean, it doesn't really look that good on its own, but, I mean, it looks alright with the rest of the set. The six-pack abs are hilarious. I mean, Demo's already a drunk Scottish Cyclops, drinking Scrumpy all the time, but now that he's actually wearing, like, Corona on him, is just awesome. I mean, it works really well, and even works even better with the Albrero and the same double. The Man of Seven Seas has another nice, okay, demo cosmetic. I mean, not necessarily the best, but not so... Okay, can we stop with all the demo jackets? I get it. Why do we need to have, like, 500 billion of them? The Iborg is pretty awesome, if you ask me. It's almost like the Snap people in the HMDI patch, but in my opinion, probably one of the better ones. Again? Alright, Forgotten Kids Pauldrons looks alright with its item set. Not necessarily the best, but at least it's something. The Double Dog Zero Demo Pants is by far one of my favorite Demo Miscs, aside from Dangerous 2. In my opinion, one of the best looking pants cosmetics in the entire game. The Double Dynamite is another awesome Demo Misc. It just looks really nice, and it's sort of the Whiff of the Old Brimstone done right. The Storm Stoppers actually don't look too bad. If you like some demo-specific boots, then there you go. The Shin Shredders honestly don't look too good. I mean, it looks meh in Samurai loadouts, but you'd be better off with the other cosmetics. Another demo jacket. Alright, Demo Touchcatcher. Looks alright, not too bad, but not necessarily the best. Well, then again, I had this at one point, so I guess this gets a pass. The Arlback's Demonstrator is actually a pretty cute cosmetic. Just so cute. I mean, I kind of feel like this is also work with Pyro too, but I mean, it works pretty okay on demo. Blast Blocker doesn't look too bad, but not necessarily the best. Okay, can we stop with the demo jackets? And last but certainly not least, the Melody of Misery is a pretty decent demo cosmetic. Looks really nice in some Scottish-like combinations, and overall, not too shabby. And there you have it. Every single demo-specific Misc has been reviewed, as well as all the demo hats, and I now can go back to making original content, and thank you all for 100 subscribers. This is a pretty big milestone early on, and overall, I feel pretty proud. And now that you're all here, I can go ahead and start making some new original content. And I'm actually thinking of some ideas. I'm probably going to go ahead and specialize in top 5 lists, like top 5 weapons and stuff like that. Probably going to be sticking around with weapons because those actually change gameplays and not like hats, but yeah. Anyways, my name is Savage the Savage Dolphin, and I am swimming off into the ocean. See you all next time.